All right, what are you thinking?
Good, so good. Very good.
Hey guys, okay, so this is the start of the video, but the most of the video is going to be tomorrow. But right now I wanted to tell you it's Wednesday night. I'm about to dry brine the turkey. It's not a turkey, guys. It's a chicken. It's dajej. 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 Yeah, it's a chicken. It's not a turkey because let me show you my oven. My oven is not big. It's a nice oven, but it's not big. So, yeah, this guy has to go into there, and that's why I can't use a turkey. I've got to cook other things. So I'm going to show you this brine, and we're going to put it in the fridge overnight. Okay, this is my first year actually dry brining a turkey. I have done wet brines before, but I didn't want to do all that because you need a big bucket. I just didn't want to do that. That seemed like more work. This seems so much easier. So this is a dry brine of kosher salt, brown sugar, except it's not apparently real brown sugar because there's no molasses in the brown sugar here. So I'm not sure if that's going to affect it or not. Also, there is baking powder. Baking powder helps with the crispiness. I also threw thyme, rosemary, garlic, and now I'm gonna rub it on this beautiful, beautiful chicken. Give it a nice rub down. You really want to get all of this coated. And whatever falls through, I'm gonna put it back on top one last time. This is weird because I feel like, is this really gonna make it flavorful? But apparently it does. So all right, I'm gonna put the phone down so I can get under the skin, so. Okay guys, there she is, ready to go in the refrigerator. One note you need to know, it must stay uncovered in the fridge, so make sure you have a rack or a shelf that is open with nothing else around because it is chicken. So yeah, it has to stay uncovered overnight. Now this, like I said, this is for a Good morning, good morning. It is Thanksgiving here in Morocco. Not really. It's just a day that we're going to eat good. And actually in Morocco, every day you eat good. But specifically, we're going to have some American things. And what do you know? I just got my stuff out to make my mac and cheese, you know, because I made sure I went shopping and had everything that I could possibly find for the stuff that I was making, right? And I go to get my cheese out. What do you know? The kids opened the mozzarella and the cheddar. I think they did it last night. I checked it. It's okay. Shh, we're good. It was still in the refrigerator, but they opened it wrong. And it was for our mac and cheese. But, so the first thing I'm going to make is 5 cheese mac and cheese. Except it's not 5 cheese and mac and cheese. It's 4 cheese because I couldn't find provolone. They do have provolone here. I've gotten it before, but it's a hit or miss. And to be honest, it's quite expensive. It's usually like $7 for a piece. You know, I don't really spend that much. So anyway, so for my 4 cheeses, I'm using all the other ones, which is cheddar, mozzarella, Gouda, and feta. Cheddar is the most. Actually, cheddar is the most because you put cheddar on top. Mozzarella is second. Gouda is like a quarter of it, and feta is only a few tablespoons. This one is not made with a roux. It is made with with butter, a whole stick of butter, 4 eggs, evaporated milk, the cheeses, salt, pepper. I'm going to throw in some paprika, smoked paprika, because I've been seeing some baked mac and cheese with smoked paprika, and I don't think that will hurt it. So, yeah, I just got the noodles, so let me get this put together. Okay, there is the mac and cheese all in the pan. I am going to put extra cheese on top, and then I'm going to cover it with foil, put it in the fridge, and then I will bake this later when it's time. It's going to take about 30 minutes. Well, actually, it'll be in the refrigerator, probably like 40 minutes in the oven. I don't know Celsius, but it's like 350. So, yeah, mac and cheese, guys, kids' favorite. All right, mac and cheese is done, ready to go to bake later. Let's talk about what we're thankful for. Well, for me now, because the kids are not at home, they're in school. I feel like today is going to be the day that they're gone pretty long, you know, it does seem long. But I feel like today is going to be the day that it's going to feel like they're here so quick, you know? All right, so what am I thankful for? I'm obviously thankful for all 4 of my children, Gavin, Ryan, Jack, and Cameron. Love them to death. Sometimes the younger ones, you know, Cameron can be a little bit of a pain, but let me tell you, like, so many people tell me she's just like me, so I guess what does that tell me? Funny story, I went to their conferences the other night, and when I went to get up to leave, Cameron's teacher told me it was like she was sitting with me the whole time. Or not with me. Sitting with me was like sitting with Cameron the whole time. And I walked away thinking, like, oh no, is that a good thing or a bad thing? She did open it up with that Cameron does love to talk a lot. So that's me for sure. But I'm very thankful for my 4 kids. I'm thankful for all of you guys, all the support you guys have given me. My channel has grown immensely this year. I think back in February or March, I had like 3,000 of you guys. And now I'm almost to 50,000. And inshallah, I'll get to 50,000 very, very soon. I'm at like, I don't know, 59.2 or something like that. So, yeah, so I'm really thankful for all you guys, all the support. I'm thankful for the people that don't watch me, that are just the regular people in the streets that help me every day. There's a lot of people here that don't know who I am, and they're still so nice to me, so kind, so helpful. So, like, that just shows me, like, it's not just like, oh, well, people know you're a YouTuber. First of all, I'm just a mom who happens to post videos. And you guys like them. You really like me. What's that movie from? They like me. You really, really like me. Oh my God. Someone has to know this movie I'm talking about. I have no idea. I have no idea what else it's about. I know it, but I can't think of it. But yeah, you guys like my videos, and I really, really appreciate it. I do no editing, except for sometimes, like, no, I really don't do any editing because I don't know how. And to be honest, so much of you guys have given me feedback that you like that I do it like that. So, you know, it's less for me to do, less for me to learn at this age. So I'm very, very thankful for that. But yeah, okay, so next up on the list. Okay, I've got the oven preheating for sweet potatoes that I'm gonna roast so that I can scoop them out and pre-make that sweet potato casserole. It's gonna be improvised, guys, though, because I couldn't find everything I needed for it. Apparently, brown sugar here is not the same as brown sugar in America. Brown sugar in America has molasses, that's why it sticks. I'm still gonna use the brown sugar, but I don't know if it's gonna change it. Also, there's no white marshmallows that are like American white marshmallows. Yes, there are white marshmallows here. First of all, it's very rare to find white marshmallows by themselves. They're usually mixed with pink. But the flavor of the white marshmallows here is not the same flavor as an American. I don't know how to describe it, but all I know is you cannot use the white marshmallows here to make the casserole that I make, because it does not taste the same. I did try it. And I also didn't find pecans. I am going to go to my Hanu and see if I can find some down there. If not, it's just going to be a puree that's going to be sweetened. I am so sorry, guys. Or you know what? I'll try to make a crumble. Can I make a crumble? No, there's no molasses in the brown sugar. I don't know. I'll try to make a crumble at least. Usually there's a crumble with pecans, but I don't have any pecans. So I'm going to see if I can find walnuts downstairs. I know they make walnuts here, but I forgot about them. And I don't want to go out shopping because it's already like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So yeah, got that. I got the oven preheating to roast them. I also have to cut potatoes, but the potatoes will probably be the last thing I do. Because, you know, obviously mashed potatoes have to be cooked fresh. And I also have to cut up the apples to make apple pie. You know what? Let's make apple pie. Yalla. All right, guys, I just did the apple pie, except it's not a pie because I don't have a pie tin. So I'm using a square one. And look at that. Okay, so here's what's in it. Cameron ate some of my apples, so I had to make do. So it called for 8 apples, but actually, because I used this, my thing isn't that big, 5 apples was okay. So this is 5 apples sliced very thin. Granny Smith, which is green apples. Granny Smith are the best ones, or Honeycrisp, but I don't think you can get Honeycrisp here. I'm not sure. But these are Granny Smith, the green ones. For information, they are 18 dirhams a kilo. And then that's at the Souk. That's not at a grocery store. That is at the Souk, which is, I believe, the cheapest price you can get. So Apples peeled and sliced thinly. Thinly is the key. Then you're going to put on 3/4 of a cup sugar, 1/4 of a cup brown sugar. Now remember, I don't have molasses in my brown sugar, so we're going to see if that really makes a difference. Then you're going to put a tablespoon of lemon, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I'm trying to look at the ingredients. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And was there something else? Salt. 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Just a pinch. Shwee salt. And you mix that really, 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 really good. And that is what it will look like. Look at that. And then now I'm going to put little tiny dabs of butter on top, maybe 6. That's for added richness. Then I'm going to put the other pie crust on top, make it all pretty, right? And then I'm going to put slits and put an egg wash. An egg wash is where you beat an egg and then you brush it, but I don't think I have a brush. We'll have to see. And then it's going to cook for 375 Fahrenheit. I'm sorry. Somebody do the conversions for me if you want. 375 Fahrenheit for 50 to 60 minutes. And mashallah, it will be, not mashallah, inshallah, it will be benin b'zaf. Let's see. All right, guys, and there is the finished product of the pie square, not pie, of the apple square, not apple pie, because I don't have the thing. Like I said, I put an egg wash in it. Let me just brush that a little better. This is to get that shiny coat on it. Yeah, and you're going to put this in the oven at 375 Fahrenheit for 50 to 60 minutes. Let's hope it looks good. All right, guys, so this is the cornbread. I got the recipe from Violetta. She is a woman that lived in Gaza for many, many years, but her husband just got transferred to Qatar. Anyway, this is the recipe. I'm going to tell you. Let me put it in the oven. Okay, the ingredients for the cornbread is 1 cup flour, 3/4 cup of corn flour. What's similar here is semolina, the stuff that you guys use for the harasha. It's like your cornbread, Moroccan cornbread. But there is a slight difference, so I recommend searching for the corn flour. You can find it at some spice places. I did. So you need a cup of flour, 3/4 cup of the corn flour. You need a 1/2 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, 1 whole packet of the baking powder, the pink one, 1 whole packet. And then what else? Hold on, I know I'm forgetting something. 3/4 cup milk, 1/2 teaspoon salt. The next thing is optional. If you want to have it with some corn in it, you can actually take a can of corn and grind it up in the food processor and dump that in there. Mix it really, really good. Put it in, I'm making one in a dish because I'm going to give it to the security guys. And then I'm also making it in little muffin things. I think they're easier for the kids, less mess for me to throw away, to clean, So yeah, so that is the cornbread, and let's move on to the next thing. All right, guys, it's been a couple hours since I last did a clip for this video, and holy crap, what has happened? So I made the cornbread. I think I did show you guys the cornbread. I made one for my security, right? Security and the gardener, they're so nice, right? I made a little tray. I got him some milk, meshi mushkil. I come back upstairs to realize that, hold on, I locked myself out of the house. Long story short, I cried. I had tears. I was like, Thanksgiving is ruined because I had stuff in the oven. But no, the same people that I just gave the cornbread to, they came and helped me get through the window of my bathroom because all of my windows have bars except for my bathroom window. So we were able to get through, and the only thing that got ruined was 1 tray of cornbread muffins. Meshi mushkil, I made more. Now, I don't know where I'm left off, but I'm just going to start where I'm at. Sweet potato casserole. This is what the sweet potatoes look like mixed with brown sugar, egg, and regular sugar, okay? Now we're going to make a topping for it. Now the topping for it consists of 1/2 cup flour, 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Again, mine doesn't have molasses. We don't know if that's going to make a difference. And a 1/4 cup of regular sugar. And 1/2 teaspoon. Oh God. Out of the rabbit cake. Oh my God. This is my life, guys. My life. So the dry ingredients again, regular flour, cinnamon, sugar, and brown sugar. You mix that up really, really good. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna add butter to it. And basically it has to be softened butter. And you're just gonna mix this until it gets coarse. Let me do it and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, guys, I'm gonna be honest. Don't use mine as a reference because I don't know if it's because my brown sugar doesn't have the molasses in it, but my butter was softened and this is the first time I've ever made this crumble and it looks like this. Normally it's very crumbly. These are more like chunks. I tried Meshi Mushkil. It will still be good because it's basically just sugar and more sugar and butter. So it will be fine, but it just doesn't look as pretty as the normal one. So don't use mine as an example. But Meshi Mushkil, it will still be Benin Bazef. Oh my God, Odin loves this rabbit. He just wants to lay with her. You just want to lay with her. But she's not sure about you, Odin. She's not sure about you. Huh? What do you think? All right, guys, we are almost to the home stretch. It is a little after 4. The kids will be here in about 40 minutes. I'm about to do the mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes, guys, I'm not measuring anything. I like a lot of sour cream in it, a little bit of milk, butter, salt, and pepper. And then I just put it in this thingy and let it go and make its magic. And mashed potatoes are amazing. Let me know in the comments, if you eat mashed potatoes, do you like them smooth or chunky? I like a little chunk. Jack does not like chunks at all. He says he doesn't even like mashed potatoes. That's such a lie because it was the one thing when he was a baby. Oh my God, he could not get enough of mashed potatoes. Now he says he doesn't like them. We'll see tonight if he eats them, but I'm going to try and make these as smooth as possible because I've got the time for it and I want Jack to eat them. So let's go. All right, guys, Thanksgiving 2024. Here is the food: sweet potato casserole, apple square, not apple pie because I didn't have a pie tin. The pumpkin pie, which actually is not, it turned out it's not pie. There's no crust. That's not crust. It's just like the filling. My mac and cheese, the turkey, but not really. It's really, a chicken. My homemade cornbread. Thanks, Violetta, for the recipe. Mashed potatoes. What do you guys think?
Good.
Okay, what are you thankful for, Cameron?
I am thankful for food. I am thankful for, I'm thankful for everything that's living in this world, and I'm thankful for my family and my mom.
Thank you. That's nice. Jack, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for having great education, a good influence, good discipline, and I'm thankful for my mom and this food. Thank you.
Okay, wait. Let's go back to discipline. So you're grateful for the discipline I give you?
No, my discipline.
Oh, your own discipline. Okay, Clyde, what are you thankful for? He's like, oh my God, I see
Having
this
this
chicken.
amazing family.
He's like, I'm gonna get this
Having
chicken.
this amazing family.
All right.
Having this ginormous chicken.
All right, you ready to eat?
Yeah.
Yellow.
Yellow 50. Mommy, you know the people who do, I can do it, ready? Watch.
Good.
I need 4.
All right, what are you thinking?
Good. So good.
Very good.
What do you like the most? Oh, wait, have you tried everything?
Mac and cheese.
Cameron, you tried the pumpkin pie before everything else. What did you think about it? Be honest. No, pumpkin pie. Wait, what's the face for? You don't like the sweet potatoes. I don't understand why you guys, the sweet potatoes are sweet.
I like it.
It's sweet. They're good. Clyde is waiting patiently
First chicken.
for the chicken. What don't you like? Be honest. Jack, you do like the sweet potatoes.
Everything.
Okay. Cameron's just, I don't know. The sweet potatoes are made for kids though, guys. They're literally like candy. All right, guys, we are eating here and like all the cats are here except for Duja because Duja, if you know, she lives in my room. And if you look, Duja, psst, psst, psst. She's in my window over there and she wants food like all these guys do. She will get some though. No inshallah about it. Jack's on his second plate.
No, not a plate.
Okay, not a whole plate, but you had
Mac and cheese.
now mac and cheese. You like the mac and cheese?
Very good.
I'm almost done.
Tuja is over there crying. Let me zoom in on her. Oh my God, look at her. She wants to come. Come
she's
on
gonna
over.
get a little piece of chicken.
Aji. Actually, she doesn't know Theresa. All right, so Jack is finally gonna have mashed potatoes because I told you he doesn't
I'm a
really like
picky
them.
eater, right?
You're not a picky
I'm
eater, but he
facing my
doesn't like
fear.
lumps, and I told him there's no lumps.
I'm facing my fear.
Dude, you know as a baby you loved mashed potatoes? Like literally you used to put your hands in them, put it all over your face. You love mashed
But yeah,
potatoes.
it's good.
I put sour
job.
cream, butter, salt, pepper.
Good job.
Thank you. So they're not bad, right? For your one little
hate lumpy
shwea.
ones. Also, I don't like too much.
I finished.
All
Guys, done.
Like and subscribe and share and follow. Bislama, Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
You ready for that, Clyde?
Mm-hmm.